ready? I was ready.
B.W.O. 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 Brothers with opinions, now we spreading the word. In this world, things get hard cause we been blinded by ignorance, man. Fans the unknown to progress is a hindrance. Silence is consent, so let your voices be heard. Man, we brothers with opinions, now we spreading the word. Bringing light to the dark, revolution is an art. Man, a lot of people talk, but they ain't never walked apart. Gotta shine a light on poverty and fight against injustice. And always speak the truth when the enemy's amongst us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we fresh back out of here. We was just with Poughkeepsie. You know what we talking about because we was checking out to see if they saw their shadow or not, and you know what they did. Welcome to Winning for 6 more months, and welcome to B.W.O. for as long as we can go. It's my man Wayne, my man Tony, and look who's in the building today, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Zeb. Yes, sir. He made his way on out from the boondocks today over there on the north end. And we're going to get right after it today, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of stuff happening, so we're going to come right into it. We're going to start out fresh with that local news. Shout out to Mr. Will Braun-Duin and everything he's doing. Let's go, Judges.
Yes, sir, Chris. So, yes, to piggyback off what you said, shout out, we'll say first and foremost, congrats to Will Braun-Duin for scoring his 1,000th point for the John Handley Judges. That's an amazing accomplishment. He's only a sophomore, only being there 2 years and played, 40 games, I believe they said, and he's scored 2,000 points. So an amazing accomplishment, by Will already doing that. So, because I looked at the leaderboard and I'm like, the names up there that have scored 1,000 is just crazy. He's already done it in, because it took other ones at least 3 years to accomplish that feat, at least.
And
so
a lot of them get to play as freshmen, though.
That's what I'm getting at. So they did it like in 3 years, or maybe even less, 2 years, So.
But it's super impressive, no lie. I think the leaders is like Sharon Williams and Clarence Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Lang and
Grimm. What was the name? He beat it's Grimm, I think. Is his last name Grimm? The one that had the 50-point game because Will beat his single game record.
That's Eddie Grimm.
Yeah, Eddie Grimm. That's right.
I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking Grimm, and
I was thinking, and that was on my mind too. I was thinking, I'm like, hold on, what's his name? I know it's not Russ.
Yeah, that's one of them hogs, baby.
But yeah, I think he's actually the leading scorer though at the school, like with over 1,500 points. And shoot, he did that back in
1,500 is the most.
No, I
believe
Sharon
so.
Williams.
Well, on the boys' end,
I'm going to say
like the girls,
it's not a lot, but you got to think of how things rolled at Handley. Like if you were able to play as a freshman in varsity, of course those numbers would go up.
Oh yeah,
and in the same right, Sharon and people like Eddie Grimm and them, they played. There was no 3-point line, so they're getting it without the 3 too. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Good point.
That's very
no
true.
3-point. Good point.
Like he scored those 50 points or whatever, Grimm, in that game. Yeah, there was no 3-point line.
Yeah, very good point. So, all right, we'll put an asterisk beside Will's name then.
Nah,
no, I'm just joking. Is that what you're trying to say, Chris? It ain't legit because they got a 3-point line now.
Well, that means every football game record now that for the season is an asterisk because there's extra games.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, just keeping it real, I'm sure we played, the schedules today, they play a lot more games than they did back in the day, I would think, right?
Well, Hanley's played 20 games every year for as long as
I'm just saying, back in the 50s, 60s, they probably played 10.
Because they played all the schools I wanted them to play now.
So, just thought.
It was like 5 schools maybe in the whole state.
It's an amazing accomplishment. He beat the single game record, scoring 51, and then now has over 1,000. So on to scores, local scores.
How was that energy at that game?
Oh, it was awesome. Douglas Night is awesome. The gym is always packed.
I heard somebody had a crazy putback, the energy. I seen the video.
Oh, y'all can bring it up. It's my own son. I will bring it up. Y'all toot his own horn.
That was super nice.
I wish we could put the video up on here. But yeah, he had a nice putback. He scored Will led with 20. Kyron Oglesby had 18 and Christian had 15.
Did you
well balanced.
Did you like the uniforms?
What's that?
Did you like their uniform?
Oh, I love the throwbacks.
Yeah.
I want a jersey. Because somebody I said this, like, oh, it was my brother Jay. He's like, he said, who is he playing for? And I said, that's Handley, because they had no clue it was a for Douglas night. I said, oh, they're wearing their Douglas jerseys.
Yeah, they wore them before. They're fire.
Because he was confused at first.
Them, but I guarantee they won't let him.
Won't let what?
The kids should actually be able to keep those.
Oh, it'd be nice. Yeah, they're nice.
And they're gonna be like, we're gonna just make new ones every year.
I mean, they got the money to do it.
Yeah.
Don't say they don't.
True. The only thing I'd like to see though is the cheerleaders wearing, because the cheerleaders wear the judges, the regular.
The judges.
Yeah, I'm like, can't they get the cheerleaders throw? Like
they probably didn't even have cheerleaders.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So maybe they can't do a throwback of that if they didn't have.
Well,
them.
maybe you're right. Maybe, but I mean, still,
it would be nice,
cool because you got cheerleaders now.
They could obviously just come up with like a blue and white theme for it, but like I just said, they probably didn't even have cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Hey, before you keep going on the scores, I just looked at a score from yesterday because I get them on my email. Spring Mills took a big L yesterday.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Jump right into that now.
Morgantown beat them by like 14 or 15.
All right, so since
Chris Spring Mills too, it was in Spring Mills.
So since Chris wants to jump to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, so I guess
they was undefeated too, just like Handley, big time.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. I'll start off. So on Monday, Eastern Panhandle, this is West Virginia scores. Randolph-Macon lost to Washington 75-40 on Monday night. On Tuesday, Spring Mills defeated Jefferson 78-46. Washington defeated Musselman 71-48, and Hedgesville defeated Hampshire County 82-42. And then Friday night, Spring Mills defeated Greenbrier East 60-37. Washington won 60-53. Jefferson beat Briarwoods 47-46, and Martinsburg beat Musselman 69-62. And on Saturday, Martinsburg defeated Woodrow Wilson 69-57, and like Chris just said, Morgantown defeated Spring Mills 59-45. And Spring Mills was under number one ranked team in the state of West Virginia. So we're back, everyone. Unfortunately, we got shut down. That was just weird. Our whole feed just crashed on us, and we think Trump has a part, something to do with that, trying to shut B.W.O. down. But we're back, and let's continue. Okay? So to Northwestern District scores. On Monday, you had Warren County fall to Liberty 62-55. Skyline defeated Sharando 63-33. Poor Manassas Park can't get over 20 points a game. They lost to Meridian 92-17.
What?
Everybody's beat them that bad majority.
Man, that's bad.
And then Kettle Run defeated Brentsville 68-62. The Tuesday night slate, Jameswood defeated Manassas Park 62-31. Fauquier defeated Warren County 78-49. Meridian defeated Liberty 78-42. Skyline defeated Brentsville 91-27. Sharando over Kettle Run 62-34. And Handley defeated Millbrook 72-54.
A lot of schools putting up 90-plus points.
It's not even close games. It's like blowout games.
The talent disparity is insane.
That's the problem you have when you create all these new schools. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have equal talent everywhere. Like, they're going to suck in something.
Well, Sharando made it closer Wednesday night. They played Skyline. It was 82-61.
Yeah.
A little closer.
Yeah, I think we had this discussion before, like with Kettle Run. They're awesome in football, right? Same with Brentsville. But when it comes to basketball, they suck. I hate to say it like that, but it's true.
Calling it how it is.
Yeah.
So then Thursday night, Meridian defeated Kettle Run 79-50. And James Wood, in a big win, defeated Fauquier 69-65.
There's a close
game. That's a big win because Fauquier's only lost, I think, 2, maybe 3 games.
Yeah, they got that one kid that got invited to the Nike Summit hoops that they have like in the what is it during the
He
summertime?
don't play for Falk here though, does he?
I
You're
think
talking
that
about
it's
a Mint is his name.
I can't remember his name, man. It's a light skinned kid. But yeah, he got invited to that camp.
He's ranked. Is he the kid that's ranked in the nation?
Yeah.
Like top point something.
Yeah.
He plays for Falk here?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought he went to a pro.
My
Okay.
son sent me a picture of him.
Got you. Nate Mint, right?
I
That's his
think
name,
that's his
isn't it?
name. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Friday night, we had Skyline defeated Kettle Run 77-60. Fauquier defeated Manassas Park 74-17. Warren County over Brentsville 71-39. And Handley defeated Sharando 68-39. So there you go for area scores. Everybody. So again, congrats to Will on his accomplishment of over 1,000 points. And he's going to hit for 2,000. Is the next But we'll shout out to Head because they're playing great. They're playing good team ball here lately. Everybody's eating. You ready, Chris?
Yeah, man.
All right. What are we on to now?
You already know that breaking news. We're gonna get right into it.
What, the AD Luka trade?
Yeah, that's wild. That's on everybody's subject matter this morning that cares about sports. I've been seeing everybody talk about like, damn, because that we've been talking about a lot of things happening. Of course, that De'Aaron Fox and Jimmy Butler and these guys might get traded, but nobody would have ever thought Luka. He's one of the untouchables.
Right. Hey, I'm shocked. I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm shocked it happened.
It just goes to show, man, there is no such thing as an untouchable.
Because
Not in sports.
Oh no, not anymore. Not anymore. Everybody thought Luka would stay with Dallas his whole career, but it don't happen. How often does it happen anymore?
But I'll tell you what does always happen is the Lakers getting them stars.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
We just need championship banners. We need more. That's it. I don't put a team together, not individuals.
Why do y'all think that trade happened all of a sudden out of nowhere with two big time stars? Obviously, AD's in the All-Star game, and Luka's not only because he's injured, because he started every year for the last 5 years or whatever, 6 years. So that's crazy. They just got traded in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the middle of the night.
Well, we talked about it, like why it happened. I think Dallas gave up on Luka because they don't like his conditioning or whatever. They say he weighs what, 270 or something? Insane.
Now, but because he hasn't played in some months because he's been injured. Yep.
Yeah, so they're worried basically about his work ethic. And then they've supposedly have said if they would trade for anybody, it was AD. They want AD. So to team up
because
with
they have Kyrie though. Don't forget they have Kyrie.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. So to team up with Kyrie, and supposedly like Kyrie and AD are really good friends as well.
And actually, they have Klay Thompson.
Who's really to blame? You should be blaming the team trainers and the people that work these athletes out, man. They're like letting him get away with this.
Well, I mean, do you really play?
Because it's obvious that he doesn't work out, bro. Like,
I mean, how much can you tell a grown ass man to get into the gym and put in work? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's part of your contract agreement, man. Like, you have to work out, man.
At least be on a diet.
I mean, I agree, but hey, I mean, another one that comes to mind that everybody talks about is Zion Williamson.
Oh yeah,
like another one.
Yeah.
So
That's
do we
just
really
like
blame
Joey
the
on
trainers, or is it on this grown ass man? You got to take accountability. You got to get in there and put in the work. You know what I mean?
they don't eat healthy.
That's like Joel Embiid. He eats a gourmet burger before every game. I'm like, what? Like, we're eating burgers, and that's why you're so sluggish on the court, man. Like, I mean, it's like our nutritionists and trainers for the teams, they're letting these guys get away with it because they're controlling them. And look, when you let the players take over, that's what's going to happen, man.
I agree to an extent, but they can only do so much.
No, follow the regimen. That's what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's accountability. It's on the player.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, am I right, Chris? It's more the player. What are you going to do? Smack a burger out of $1 million? You're going to go up to and smack? I mean, some people might, but
I don't think it has anything to do with so much as the conditioning stuff for his career, because this is the first year Luka's been injured where he hasn't even played enough to be in the All-Star game. He's been a starter, first team All-NBA since like his rookie year.
Yeah.
And definitely him, Luka, Giannis are like and Curry, those are like untouchables.
Mm-hmm.
And for Luka to just get moved like this all of a sudden because he's been out and all of a sudden, and then it's with AD and the Lakers and LeBron, like there's a lot going on right there with all this.
Well,
That's wild. It's a wild trade, and it kind of came out of the blue for most people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think like Luka had a falling out with management or something? Usually that's what happens too.
Yeah, it's
like,
definitely something behind the scenes with that situation.
There's something else going on.
But in the same instance, Luka is a fanboy of LeBron, and LeBron loves Luka back now. You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened, but it's wild.
Well, we'll hear more.
I mean, it's very weird because you got to think about everything that's going on in LA. Now, is LA about to win the title?
Yeah, I mean, Dallas was just in the finals last year with Luka and Kyrie.
8 months ago, they were in the finals. And Wayne, what you just said, I didn't even think about that yet. But you could be right because the same thing with like Katrina, who won the Super Bowl? The Saints. Things like that happen in certain tragedies and stuff they use. But guess what? Also, I'm glad you said that. We don't have to
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
But I'm glad you said it because people don't even talk about the LA fires no more. And it didn't just stop.
Yeah,
but you see how we're so quick to be on to the next thing because we're going to get into it in a little bit with the plane crashes and more stuff with Trump and ICE and everything. But it's crazy. Nobody talks about the fires. At least, do y'all hear that every day at work?
It's still going on, though. I know that.
Yeah, of course it's going on. We don't hear about it no more. Just that
they make you
forget. They make you forget. Unless you're in that area, you don't know.
Well, it's always another distraction. It's always something else like the next day or the day after. It's something else that happens. It's so much shit going on, but it's like we say, it's a distraction. Always something.
That's just their way of hiding shit from us, man. It's just like when the wildfires were going on, like a lot of people in certain areas weren't even allowed to get to their houses. And that part of California wasn't even burning. They were like, no, you can't go home right now. Like, what the fuck you mean? What you mean? I work 12
they're like
hours.
It's off limits.
Yeah, I work 12 hours a day. I'm ready to get home, get a shower, get to bed.
Yeah,
but I can't go home.
Yeah.
And even if your house is burned up some and stuff, you should still be able to go there and see. It's your stuff.
Yeah, and these people that were being told by these officers, they weren't like city police. They were like National Guard type people, man. Like, what the fuck is really going on?
Right. Well, God, you got the California fires people forgot about. You got North Carolina with the fires. So how's the place on fire, but they had flooding?
Yeah,
more distractions for us to not stay focused on what just happened.
No lie, though, Luka and LeBron, that'll be fun to watch when they're playing. What do you guys really – I don't think like –
distraction.
Who else they got? Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris. What y'all think they're going to win with that?
They're trying to boost the economy in LA to repair the fire.
The smart city.
Yep. Yeah. LA smart city.
But do you know all the smart cities mean is they're controlled?
Did I send you all the list of all the smart cities they're thinking they want to do in America? The smart cities?
It's pretty much the whole country.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's all the major cities like LA. A lot of them are major cities.
Yeah, because that's where you got the mass.
Because one of them is.
What do you mean?
One of them I want to say, wasn't it Charlotte, North Carolina, where more fires starts happening? Is one of them on the list? Like another city? It's in North Carolina, I believe. It was Wilmington or Charlotte. Something was on that list too. To be one of the smart cities.
It's just another agency. I'm gonna call it SIA, Smart Intelligence Agency. That's all it is. I don't want no smart city, man.
What is a smart? I haven't even really looked into it.
Come on, man.
Somebody educate me.
It's controlled. It's controlled by the government, man. And you can't get through certain things without certain passes and certain IDs. You can't go. You can't buy certain groceries. You can't get certain kinds of clothes or oil. Like it's all controlled.
Controlled.
So what you're getting at is this going to be one of these developed cities where it's like nothing but AI, like robots?
Hell yeah! You go to a grocery store.
You and I probably can't go to Dunkin' Donuts for coffee no more. We probably have to go to Aunt Joe's or Aunt Sally's or Uncle Joe's.
Yeah.
You just got to go to nobody's, and that's the only places we're going to be allowed. They won't let you into these things.
Nah, you'll just pull up to a vending machine and press what kind of coffee you want, and that motherfucker's going to make your coffee, and it's going to slide out, and you're going to pull this door back, and you got to have to scan it. Everything's going to be a chip. Everything.
Yeah.
No,
Chip in
I
cars,
ain't getting
man.
no chip in me.
You
Nah,
already
chips in
got
your
it from
cars.
birth. You just don't know.
They didn't do it for me yet.
Yeah, man.
Already.
Everything you do is going to be, there's going to be satellite surveillance. I mean, everything you do is going to be, it's being watched.
Oh yeah, the cell phone, that's a GPS transmitter.
Yeah.
Our cell
Your
phones
cell
are the
phone's a
biggest thing.
transmitter.
Our cell phones are the biggest tracker.
Even if you turn it off, it's still sending a signal to the tower. That's how you get messages when your phone's turned off. The messages are still going through.
Yeah.
It's always communicating with the tower. They can track you everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
Yep.
Well, that's why they put all them 5G towers up. It's really nothing to do with cell phone reception and shit, man. People was like, oh, 5G, my phone fast, my internet's fast, man. That's not what it was for. Trust me, they can control way more stuff now that they put those up, and they distracted us with all this extra stuff while they doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're coming out with all these smart cars and shit, man. Like, they're going to be able to track you, man. Like, if you commit a murder, man, and you think they don't know where you're at, shit, try again, man.
And they can shut that car down.
Anytime they want, man.
It can go and you can stop.
just like our live just shut down the Feats a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, they can shut anything down, man, because they're in control of it.
All right, so guys, moving on, the two plane
y'all didn't
crashes.
tell me though. Y'all didn't tell me. Do y'all really think Lakers can win with Luka and
The
LeBron?
distraction. See, sports is the biggest distraction.
Man,
you can't get sports off your mind.
The Lakers are
he
the
asked the
mecca of
question, though. He really
basketball.
did. I'm going to answer it for you. I believe they can, because the little pieces that they have around Luka and LeBron are some good guys, man. I like Austin Reeves a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like what's the one kid, Christie. I mean, they got kids.
He got traded.
Oh, he was part of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just straight up AD
No,
for Luka.
Max Christie. I think that's the kid that we grew up on, the son.
So they got rid of him
It's
too?
Doug Christie's son.
Yeah, Doug Christie. He got traded.
Yeah, I thought it was
Maxi
just a
Kleber
straight
and
up.
Markieff Morris went to the Lakers.
See, those are key
Oh, so you
veteran
got
players
Markieff
right
Morris.
there. Max Keebler and fucking Markieff. Those are veteran players that add to what LeBron and Luka, man. I mean, that's a roster that can't win it, yes.
But who's our big
answer.
now?
What's your answer?
Who's our big now?
It's Maxi.
It'll be those two. You'll just flip-flop them back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
But you don't really need a center.
I mean,
Not now.
we'll see, but I'm on it, Chris.
Yes, you do, Zeb.
But Chris, I think.
Who just won the championship? Jokic.
Yeah.
But Chris, I'm with you and Zeb. Like, you guys, how these fires are going on in LA, just like when Katrina happened. It's like, now is it set up for LA to win the for the city of LA?
Everybody wants to play for the Lakers, though. The Lakers are like a magnet for superstars. They always have been.
Oh.
Ever since Magic, Kareem, they built that franchise up.
Man, they had Jerry West and Wilt and Elgin Baylor way before that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to say the Lakers win it just because it's all political. They're going to do it for the city of LA.
I just said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree.
Which is, so you're right. Of course, sports is the biggest fucking distraction in every day.
It is.
It's the same though, but look how much we love it. Like, even like, tell me you're not going to go watch your kids play.
Oh, I get that.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, sports is. It's like I saw something about this, like how sports is just keeps us away, and we don't pay attention, like Americans or even the world, to what's really going on, because we're so involved in sports. Everybody loves sports. It's like you got games on every day. Something is going, like,
because it's an escape
Yeah,
from all the bullshit.
I get that. It's just an escape, and the only time
No stress,
anybody gets
just
along.
watch the game.
But it's just sporting events on, like, every single, every hour of the day. There's something on.
Well, that's why they pay these big time athletes so much millions of dollars.
Oh, I know what it was. Now I remember. Did you send it? It was about, like, it goes all the way back to Roman times.
Yeah, to the gladiators. fighters and
because
stuff, entertainers.
they're saying, yeah, they're like, when something would happen, blah, blah, it's like, oh, well, we'll get them in the arena.
Chariot race.
Yeah, chariot races or gladiator fight or what, it's like to distract the people, to entertain them a little bit, from all what's really going on behind the scene, politically. Yeah, it said it goes all the way back to then is when it started. So
And where do we go now to watch games? In big ass arenas and stadiums.
Yeah.
The same thing they had back then.
Right. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. So I feel Lakers win it. Them. Is that what
Oh,
you think?
yeah.
You think? Yeah.
That's my team, man.
Oh, mine too.
I'm always going to support my team.
Well, Luka hasn't played in like 3 months. I bet he comes back in a couple weeks right after All-Star break. Like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm back, and be in shape and everything.
And dropping 30, 40 a game, and then everybody's
Yeah.
So okay, so
It's going to be interesting to see how him and LeBron play, because now LeBron has a guy that really brings that ball to the court and is Super Bowl dominant and the leader with that rock. So is LeBron?
Yeah, you're right, because how's it? That's a good point. How's that going to work?
Is LeBron going to be able to be passive now, Wayne? What y'all think?
It's a pick and roll offense now.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron and Luka picking and rolling for each other, like that's kind of scary.
It's unstoppable.
I mean,
It is.
Luka, we know he has vision like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we know how big LeBron is. He'll just tower over anybody, man. That's kind of scary, man.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron has to. We'll see if he can give that ball up and not be ball dominant, because they both are. Everybody questioned Kyrie and Luka playing together, but it seemed to work out.
Me honestly, I think they're going to get better ball movement. To be honest,
They
with you,
should.
because both of them are great passers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less than a week away from the trade deadline, and I think that started a ripple effect now.
Oh, you think there's going to be more something?
Well, there's definitely was going to be lots of trades anyway. The NBA is great at that, better than any other professional sport, at least in my opinion, is being a soap opera and nonstop. So they keep that drama coming and all these trades and rolling, and people are just be moving. So when we was young, we loved the camaraderie of a team and built teams up, which is why Boston is really good to me now. And a few teams do it, but most people, they're just in and out every day. You have no idea what team people's on anymore. They're just gone, and big stars.
Yeah.
But the NBA is great at doing that. They will always keep things just changing and moving, and especially their biggest stars. I don't know if they're gonna win it all, but I know one thing: the trade deadline hasn't hit yet, so they might not be done making a move.
They might not be done. You might be right. They might be trying to make another move.
They
But
go out
it's
there and get them a nice little center and be ready.
Honestly, it's about time, because the Lakers have not made big splashes. Since getting LeBron or AD. They haven't done nothing for years.
No, you're right. They really haven't.
Mm-hmm. So finally, they make a damn big move, a big splash. At least, I mean, I know it's AD, but it's superstar for a superstar.
I mean, it's interesting, man, because AD and Kyrie together. I mean,
that's scary.
I mean,
that could be
interesting, man. We'll never know until they all hit the floor together, man.
Right.
So
well, AD's got to stay healthy.
we'll keep a close eye on that down the road.
So
let's keep it moving, though.
So on to these plane crashes. You had one. Everybody should already know, if you haven't heard, you're living under a damn rock. But a Black Hawk collided with an airplane outside of Reagan Airport, killing, I believe, 67 people. So we'll start on that one first, because we know then the very next day, a plane crashes, a 6-person plane, supposedly in the middle of Philadelphia. So they say the accident at near Reagan, of course, is like the deadliest aviation accident in nearly 25 years. Because this don't happen. Like planes, helicopter, whatever, colliding in midair. It never happens. So somebody was on that plane. Is what I got. I think they were targeting somebody.
Didn't you say Ian Epstein was on there?
You said it. I didn't.
Hey, I ain't scared.
I came up.
The name was out there, and who's Epstein?
I looked up. I wanted to see the flight log, who was on the plane, because everybody has not been identified. Supposedly, all 67 but one of them was Ian Epstein, which was very interesting, and we all know the Epstein list and blah blah blah. So is this Ian Epstein related to? Does he was on that plane that the Black Hawk collided with? So that was just very interesting because I saw the last name Epstein, and I'm just like, that just pops out.
I googled it. It says Ian Epstein was on that plane.
And who is Ian Epstein? What is it? Does it say anything? And go to his profile, Zev. Be sneaky on the low.
In the meantime, we lost all those little skater kids, not skateboarders, but like figure skaters from Loudoun County.
Yes, in the area. Yeah, about an hour away from, well, less than that. Yeah, a whole skating team. Very sad.
It doesn't say that he's related to.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
Nah.
Like, I just found it interesting. Like,
They have the same last name.
yeah,
It is. They're not going to tell us now if we don't know.
So I just found that interesting. One of the names that glaringly popped out when I saw it, like, pretty interesting.
But what's more interesting, other than just that, is you said a helicopter. What kind of helicopter? And
Black
why was
Hawk.
it flying there?
A Black Hawk.
When do they come out?
That's military.
That's a military.
That's a military helicopter.
It's the most special military helicopter. They
Yes.
don't just come out and fly around.
That's the thing. The question is, why was a Black Hawk out at that time of night?
And you guys all saw the videos. That helicopter flew directly into the plane on purpose. That was not an accident.
Yeah, when you watch the video, you can't.
It was a direct shot.
It's hard to
straight
sit there and
towards the plane.
say, yeah, it's hard to sit there and say when you watch the video back that was an accident.
And those people all those innocent people that got killed on the plane, they were about to land at Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan.
Like,
Yep.
how did that happen? Yeah, Reagan National Airport.
Because a good point. Because going back to the video, the plane's landing lights are on, like it's all lit up. Because because like you just said, it's about to land. So how does a heli not see clear as day in front? I don't want to hear this. Oh, they had like night vision. Who can? Like, it's right in front of you. You couldn't see them. They probably could have saw from a mile away or further.
But we all know that's
flying
not
around
true.
the
And they have the
airport.
most skilled operations on
Yep.
those helicopters to maneuver any which way at a
Yep.
blink of a second. It was on purpose. It was designed. We all know that. We don't need people worry about saying conspiracy theorists. People need to get over that. It's 2025. Everything is a conspiracy until you find out the truth.
What have you noticed? Like, they'll tell you who was on the plane, but they're not saying anything about who was on the helicopter, who was flying it, who was on that helicopter.
Well, they did name two.
Really?
They haven't named the third. It was a female co-pilot, and they have not named her. So who's the mystery co-pilot? They haven't put her name out yet. But the other two, they did. I saw that. I saw that too.
What were they doing? What was their mission? Why are
That's
they
yeah.
flying
That's
the plane?
yeah. There's so many. Why
That
were they
was
out
their
there?
mission.
Maybe-
That was their mission.
maybe-
And they knew when they hit them directly over the Potomac River, and that's where you can't find people. And the ones they did find, all 20 something of them that they got from the river, they was all dead, and everybody else they haven't found them.
Well, my main thing behind all of it is, why does it take so long to release the name of people that were on planes? Don't we have a law?
Yeah, they've got
Like, this should be released instantly.
their tickets,
Yeah.
their boarding
Like,
passes.
so it's hard to believe anything, man.
Yeah. Well, you may go, but they know everybody who was already on the
Yeah,
plane.
They know that flight.
Like an attendance list. It's in their history who purchased the tickets. Not to say everyone got on, but
It's at the airports.
It's like doing.
but they
roll-
know who did check in, and they know who got on the plane.
But it's like doing roll call at work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a designation where they have to go for a fire drill, right? And when you get there, what do? We do a head count, right?
Mhm.
And we have this chart of names that are working in your system. So, I mean, it's the same setup, man. Like, they know who was on the plane, man. They have that law. So just release the names.
Right?
There's a reason they don't want to.
Yeah, because then people will start researching the names of those people. And now it starts to get a little fishy and sketchy. Okay, why did they want this person dead? Why did they want that person dead? I mean, it's a lot of things going on right now. And watch, they'll try to distract us. Something else will happen, and we'll forget about that helicopter and plane that crashed over the Potomac.
Mhm. Well, real quick, it says in this article at CNN, I'll just briefly read it. It says the flight tracking data from the moments before the fatal mid-air collision appear to show the helicopter flying 100 feet above its allowed altitude and veering off the prescribed route along the Potomac River's east side. Okay, and then moving on, it says the Black Hawk helicopter was flying too high by a lot. It was far above the 200-foot limit. That's what Trump stated. So that's the thing they have. I've read on Black Hawk, they only can go up, so high. I guess altitude wise, they have to stay, I guess, at a certain level.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, all of it could be true, but it still looked like it was directed straight at that plane.
Oh, I agree. I mean, you can't deny, it's
the-
hard to say how was that an accident.
Yeah, like
Like,
you are coming straight for this thing, man. And you telling me you did not see that plane to a point where you could have went a little higher or a little lower. Like you could have avoided this, man.
And
that's
Chris
why I
just
say
said
it was a direct hit.
And Chris said it too. Like a Black Hawk is like one of the most maneuverable in the military.
Yeah.
Like can cut on a dime.
Yeah.
Like drop, hover, what they can hover too, like in air, like they can just hover in one spot. I think Black Hawks can do that too. It's the most like advanced military helicopter.
Yeah, man.
So it's just crazy. And I sit there and think like for our cars, for example, all the technology we have. Now, what do our cars do? They got cars technology where if you veer off the road, it like corrects you and lets you know like you're going off the road, right? You got backup sensors. So you're telling me a military helicopter doesn't have like sensors?
They do.
The same type of shit? I don't know. I've never been, but you're telling me a military plane, what our tax money pays for, doesn't have technology like that?
It's a smart helicopter, man.
Yeah.
They got all
That's the best helicopter there is.
Yeah, man. It's the most equipped helicopter that you could almost fly, man. Like,
But I'm
like
just
Chris
saying,
said, they can maneuver like crazy, man. That's why I said this was a direct hit on that plane, man.
And it was a PAC helicopter, which means they only fly the type ranking commanders and officials.
Right.
So who the hell was on that helicopter? That's the question everybody wants to know, but they're not going to tell us.
Well, that's the thing. They're telling you, a couple of the people. What if there's more people on that helicopter that they're not saying
they
their
lie all the
names?
time.
You don't know. You don't know if it's true.
How do you know it was like military elites that was flying that helicopter? You know what I'm saying? Like they never released their names for that either. You know what I'm saying? Like you should know who's flying that helicopter.
sorry guys, got Rebecca Lobach was the Lobach was a female pilot, and people questioned why did they not release her name until people were questioning that, and then somebody put on X, it's like they deleted Rebecca Lobach's social media account before releasing her name. It wasn't to grieve. So, is what someone put on social media. So, yeah, the female pilot is questionable. What's up with that?
And who's in charge of X?
Yeah,
That's Musk, right?
Just saying. You said they deleted her account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's great. Yeah, that's pretty wild. So yeah, to me, obviously, that plane crash, and for you, rest in peace to everybody, and unfortunately, all the lives that were lost. But there's no like the video footage is there, just dead on. So now the Philadelphia one is the one we are like, that doesn't look like a plane. That's not so obvious what happened in Philadelphia.
The way that thing hit boom and came down fast, man, that wouldn't know.
Man,
Nah, man, I'm not believing that. But
I'm just what my eyes see, and that looked like a Scud missile heading straight down
It exploded.
into the
and then an explosion, boom. Where's the parts to that plane at?
That's what I'm saying. That I'm like, where's the photos? I've tried to look. Where's the remains of any of that plane in Philly? Right?
Because it wasn't a plane.
Supposing,
They said the one that happened over Reagan, they found that in 3 parts.
Oh yeah, well you see it though too in the video. Like you see the plane when they collide, like you see it fall into the river. I'm sitting
down like a shooting star.
Mhm.
Boom. And but supposedly it hit into a gas station.
What?
Which is why it exploded like that. They did it on purpose, man. I'm telling you, and it caused more damage. I've seen videos of people out there like that live out there, and it was like screaming and yelling, and everything's on fire everywhere around them. They don't know it's a plane. They just assume it's a plane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just. I'm with you. I mean, I don't believe it was a plane.
Nobody wants to be like, yeah, we just got hit with a missile, because then everybody's gonna go fucking chaos is gonna assume. You know what I mean? And everybody's gonna go ballistic, like lose their minds and not.
Oh, of course.
Now we're under attack. But are we under attack? Look at all these things that's happened. Those aren't the only 2 plane crashes that really happened recently. Those are the only ones that we really know about. They're doing the extra shit right now.
Here, let's see how many.
There's no way I'd fly right now.
No
way.
Well, they showed airports are empty right now this weekend, comparable to what they've been.
I'll take a train, a bus, drive. I'm not flying.
Well, of course,
all of it's interesting though.
Well, of course, we'll say, Trump wants to blame the DEI for these plane crashes, of course. And then this fucker, I hate to say it, but I send it to you because they were asking him if he was going to go visit the site in D.C. at Reagan Airport. And of course, he jokes and he's like, why, to go swimming? That's literally what he's like, are you serious?
That's him.
He really said that?
Yes, I saw it. He said, "Why would I go?" There's more to it. I didn't watch all. I couldn't over. Like, he said, "Why to go swimming?"
But that's the kind of dude he is. People love him. People love him for the way he is. They say, "Oh, I love that about him." Because look what happened when the hurricanes back when his first presidency. He went down to Puerto Rico, and this is no lie. Y'all remember? He threw them people a roll of paper towels.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that, dog? They're in a hurricane. A roll of paper towels? Like, that's just who that guy is.
Right.
And Wayne knows one of his best partners. He just said it. Shut down that lady on X. They control everything, man. And Trump is just their face right now. And he's the boldest fucking president ever. He don't give a fuck.
That's why they support his ass, Chris, because they know that if they tell him to do something, Trump's on it, man.
Oh, he'll do it because they got way more money than him. So they just keeping him looking. He's living a great life.
Yeah, man.
And he gets to make decisions too because he's like, shit, I want to do this. And that's what they're like, fuck it, you can do all that. We want to control everything.
Yeah. Didn't one of them put like the money up for the hush money trial and shit, the case?
And he got all the dudes in his back pocket and vice versa.
I heard that was pretty much like a settlement to where he had to pay like a fine and then it didn't even come out of his own pocket, bro. It was one of his partners that's, taking this ride down the road with him for the next 4 years.
Well, Zeb, what was you saying? We got these fires, and all of a sudden now, we had drones, fires, and now these plane crashes and supposed plane crashes and missiles. So what'd you think about all this?
I don't know. I don't know what to think. It just looks like everything's falling apart. It was happening. When did all that start? Like November, the drones, fires,
November,
plane crash.
December, something like that.
Yeah, November time, I think.
It was just like a month or so ago.
It's just stuff keeps on happening. Nobody knows what's going on, or people know what's going on. They're just not telling.
Yeah, I was like, there's people that know what's going on for sure.
Yeah, the people that do it.
It's like, what's next? Like, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, that's what you sit here and think now.
Yeah.
They're going to keep testing us.
Next disaster.
They like to see our reactions, man. Like, I'm with Chris. Like, I feel like we're just under attack, and a lot of people are just blind to it.
They're using fear.
Well, we're leaving out a key point. We'll bring up Trump, the FFA is like on his second day in office, this is what happened before these. But he fired the head of the Transportation Security Administration, fired the entire Aviation Security Advisory Committee, froze hiring of all air traffic controllers, and fired 100 top FAA security officers.
What?
His second day, and then these plane crashes occurred. Yeah,
Shit's wild, man.
it is wild. Yeah, it's very wild.
I heard the lady that sued X. I heard she lost her job. Like
Who?
once Trump got won the election, like that lady that sued X
Mhm.
for like 600 some odd. I forget if it was
Millions?
millions. I want to say it was millions or something.
Oh,
like
I'm
that. Or
sure.
maybe like 600,000 or some shit. I don't know. I can't remember the numbers, but I heard she lost her job like soon as like Musk and Trump was, doing their little thing, man.
Mhm.
Everything's just fetchy, man. It's like,
It's very, very sketchy, coincidental, whatever you want to say.
yeah, man. It's almost like it just has you lost for words, man. Because
Mhm. It
because you're trying
does.
to piece everything together, but what is there to piece? Because we don't really know.
You don't know what's going on.
Uh-uh.
The only information that we ever get is just the information that they want us to have.
You're right. Well, let's move on and let's talk about the Super Bowl. Eagles and Chiefs. Zeb's over shaking his head. What do you got to say, Zeb?
I think Philly. I like Philly's pass rush.
Dude.
I see the way they get after quarterbacks. I think they'll get after Mahomes. I do.
You think
I think the Chiefs will go down. I know everybody thinks the Chiefs are going to win.
Where was that second plane crash?
that was very to say? I was like, what did we just talk about at the beginning of the show? LA winning the Lakers for LA. Now you just had this plane crash in Philadelphia. Yeah.
That is pretty crazy, man.
Isn't that wild? Man, so crazy. Because I thought the same thing when
It's
I
crazy.
heard that plane crash. I was like, man, an incident where like a professional team is going on or they're in the championship, and then something happens in that city. It's just wild to me. And then you have the sports franchise, in the big games. We have to look up how many times that's happened. Like,
So match my 500, Tony. I'll put 500. You put 500. We'll go
On Philly?
$1,000 on Philly.
all right, let's go.
$1,000.
Hey, let's do it.
We'll see what it pays out, man.
Then we'll get that B.W.O studio going.
That'd be some wild stuff right there.
But I would like to look at research like what you had Katrina that your Saints end up winning the Super Bowl.
Right.
And that's
When
where the
that
Super
happens.
Bowl's at this year.
And
Yep.
it's in New Orleans.
Another good point.
Because
Chris.
I'm trying to think of
And didn't we have an
I'm sure
incident?
there's a lot.
And didn't we have an incident where that dude ran everybody else over with that truck? Where was that?
Yeah,
at?
that was last month too, right?
Where was that?
In New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
It's just funny how everything. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird, bro.
I mean, it's funny, but not funny.
That was a terrorist attack, right?
Yeah. They say that was a terrorist attack.
They
I
saying
believe.
everything, but the biggest
Yeah,
thing is wear button ups and ties, like
Yep.
suit jackets. Those are the terrorists, our own people, man. I'm telling you, we ain't getting all into it, but you know how I feel, fellas, man. Our biggest terrorists are the people right in front of our faces.
Oh, of course.
Joe Biden and Trump and all of them, man. Those are the biggest
Totally
terrorists.
agree with that.
Yeah.
So
Look,
wait,
it's
what do I
not-
got?
It's not even a good payout, Tony. We bet 1,000 right now for Philly to win. We will only win 1,000.
What the hell's the
Yeah, bro. So
what the
Yeah,
that
it's like
doesn't
when
even make sense.
it's dollar for dollar on that bet.
Yeah, right. That doesn't even make
crazy, man.
sense.
That
I mean, I don't-
means Philly's going to win. So pick Kansas City.
So we don't think Kansas City has a chance.
Nah,
I
it'll be a
think
good
Kansas
game.
City's gonna
It'll be a
win.
good game. I think
Well,
it'll be a close game.
if you put $1,000 that Kansas City wins, you only win $806.
So are they?
So-
They're favored, of course,
So
right?
no matter what, don't bet on just the money, just for one team to win, because it's not really worth it.
Yeah, the money line.
Yeah.
What you got to bet on? The spread
Probably
or the over, the
probably
under?
the over under.
I'm trying to make some
We'll
bread.
take a over.
3-point game.
I'm trying to retire.
We'll take a over plus Philly with a plus 1.5. Drop 1,000 on that. You'll win about 2,500 on that.
Okay.
Just taking the over and
But that's if you got 1,000. Who's got 1,000? I got kids.
Yeah, we got it.
I
got it. I got it. Let's go.
All right. So I'm with Zeb. Let's just talk football, the game itself.
Your Eagles.
Philly could
Eagles
win.
guy.
Philly can win because, like Zeb was saying, they have a nasty defense. They're the number one
They
ranked
got the
defense.
those blitz packages.
Yeah. But I feel KC plays great defense as well.
They do.
They do. They're a great tackling team and and shout out to Najee Johnson as well, who plays for the Chiefs. Winchester boy, his third Super Bowl appearance in a row. He plays corner for the Chiefs.
They could be the first team to three-peat.
Yeah, so they can make history, but back to it, I feel ultimately Mahomes wins it because Mahomes ain't going to lose in a close game. The Chiefs are not going to lose. And so ultimately it's going to be the offense because I feel Jalen Hurts can't win a game. I mean, he's only thrown for 130, if that.
Because look
Like,
at Saquon Barkley.
I agree, but I feel if it comes down to the Chiefs, if they shut down Barkley, because Philly's line is one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. But if they can make Jalen Hurts beat them, that's how the Chiefs win the game.
I mean, I get
But in a close one, I feel the Chiefs will.
I get your logic, Tony, but I mean, just saying it's just not that easy. Like,
I'm just saying that's the game plan. I'm just
we've
saying
seen this Barkley kid do it to everyone.
No, every team.
Every team, bro. This is not an easy task.
Oh, I agree.
Like, I don't think with my son one day, like, I believe he has those soul enhancements in his cleats, man. Like, this dude just looks faster, sharper, quicker.
But that's his diet.
Bro, well, everybody better get on his diet. Everybody better get on his diet then.
Whatever his regimen is, we were just talking about Luka's out of shape.
The shoes regimen.
Look, if I'm a running back in the league, summertime, I'm hitting Barkley up. We working out, bro. Whatever you're doing, I'm trying to get like you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've talked about speaking of running backs, talking about Saquon, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon's another one. Josh Jacobs, all the backs that were traded or went to a new team, they killed it this year. They were like in the top 4 or 5.
Derrick Henry's another one that's got a good nutrition plan.
Oh,
yeah, he does.
I don't think isn't he vegetarian or something? I want to say, or no, he fasts a lot. Is what he says.
He does.
Like he keeps down on what he eats and the time of days he eats, something like that.
Yeah,
and how
it's like he doesn't eat, but like once a day or something like that. But when he eats, he puts a lot of calories in his body, though.
He's got to, man.
Why am I not built like that? I eat like once a day.
Because you ain't doing nothing activity-wise, productively with your body. On to whatever we want to talk about. Other than that.
Henry and Barkley, like, they got cut. Their teams thought they were washed up, and look what both of them have done.
Well, that's what it is. I named 4 running backs. 4 that everybody thought was washed up.
Because they cut running backs too quick now.
All of them made the playoffs too.
Yeah. All their teams, and then their former. Where's their former team at?
Because running backs
have been a high
priority since it became an overall passing league. But Derrick Henry, Jacobs, and Barkley, they just reset the running back market.
That's what. Yeah, I was about to ask that question. I said, now have they reset the running back market? And those 4 running backs, have they proven that you need a quality running back
in every down back?
And I think they did. I think those 4, especially thanks to Saquon and Derrick Henry, because they're the first 2 you think of. But Joe Mixon is a part of that. He had a great season with the Texans, could take over games. Josh Jacobs for the Packers didn't have a slouch season. So I think all 4 have done reset, improved. You need a quality running back.
Man, me personally, I think if I was like an owner, I'd be jumping out there trying to steal that back from Zeb's team and Jameer Gibbs.
Oh, I know.
He's
an every
Gibbs
down back.
needs to be a full-time starter somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I get what y'all are doing, keeping them both fresh, but like Gibbs is like a Barkley, bro.
Yeah, but they ain't going to get rid of that man.
I don't see it either, but
he's something else.
I'd like to see him every week, 25 carries. I mean, the dude will put up some yards, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, but him and because Montgomery's good. Montgomery's a good compliment back, so I get it.
They complement one another, but I would like to see him full time.
Oh, I get what you're saying,
Montgomery
but it's
was
smart.
in Chicago.
Yeah. Yep, he's another one.
Oh yeah, he played for Chicago.
And look what he's doing, man. Like,
no, yeah, there's another one. Yeah,
you put winners together, man, and that's what you get. You get success, man.
But also, we know with football, running the ball is a mentality. You have to stick to the run and grind it.
It has to be a part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because a lot of teams just get away from it.
Well, it used to be
soon.
It used to be like in the Super Bowl, whichever team led in rushing would
time
win the
of
Super
possession.
Bowl. So Philly's going to lead this game in rushing.
You think?
Oh.
And probably time of possession.
Yeah.
Well, isn't
possibly
Isaiah Pacheco back for the Chiefs?
Yeah.
They have everybody back.
That's key.
Hollywood Brown,
Pacheco,
D-Hop, they're all healthy now.
Yeah, like that's good because Isaiah Pacheco is no slouch either.
No, he's good too.
And Chris has got a good point because, like, it seems like every time when it's time to make that run, they get everyone healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City does, and that's why they end up winning the Super Bowl, man.
And if Kansas City wins, they'll be the first football team in the NFL to three-peat in the Super Bowl era.
Because how many
on
teams?
Top of that, if they win, Mahomes already becomes the GOAT.
Well, I mean,
which is crazy. He's not even 30 yet. He's 29.
I mean, the Buffalo did go to 4 Super Bowls, a quadruple peak, but they just didn't
win. They
win.
lost all 4 of them.
That's an amazing
accomplishment.
Greatest team
I've ever seen of my life. That's the greatest team I've seen. Bruce Smith and Jim Kelly and Andre Reed and them. I've never seen one that can do that. But this team is about to win 3 in a row, and have already won like 1 or 2 other than that. So, one before that. So
that's wild to be
like 5 or 6 years, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right.
You can't praise a first place loser, Tony.
I'm just joking. I'm like, but going to 4 Super Bowls in a row, they lost because they came across juggernauts when they played. But
Mahomes is going to be the GOAT already.
Oh, of course, he already is.
He's cool with it.
Like he already is.
Like shout out to the local Nazi Johnson here.
Yep.
Like, he's already in the history books, man.
We're gonna get him on the show.
Well, his first 2 years, he's won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he'll probably be part of a trivia question now on ESPN.
Yeah, right.
Years from now.
Right.
Hey, who's the only rookie to come in and win 3 back-to-back? Like,
well, nobody's ever done it anyway. So anybody else that's a rookie on that team, they all are the first. But look, we have a kid from Winchester that was on the team that first 3-peat in NFL, and we already have a kid from Winchester that was on the undefeated Patriots until they lost in the Super Bowl.
That's wild. Yeah, Kelly Washington on the 16-0 Patriots or whatever they were.
They were 18-0
until they lost to Eli Manning in the Super Bowl.
Yep, and then now it's Najee going for what's his name? Najee, right?
Yeah, Najee, N-A-Z-E.
He's going for 3-peat, baby. I mean, Mahomes might have to thank him a lot more than you know because this kid came and all of a sudden y'all winning them all.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's like Winchester kids' good luck charms or something. Having them on your team seems like they make Super Bowls. That's all we do is win, baby.
Good old Valley, baby. Valley Blues.
Yeah. But all right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. It was fun, fellas. And next weekend we'll have a guest on. I hope we're reaching out to people, trying to get people on. And everybody go check out our Facebook page, YouTube channel. And I appreciate everybody who subscribed. We're up to over 20 subscribers now. Hey, we're getting up there slowly but surely. Yeah, so subscribe. It's free. Just click that subscribe button. Go ahead, Chris. I know you want to say something.
No, I was just going to say we're probably talking about the new disaster and crazy phenomenon thing that's happening between now and next week.
Yeah,
whatever happens. Know it's coming, Zeb. Tell them.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, whatever happens from now to the end of the week, we'll be talking about. All right, fellas, been fun, and we'll be on here next Sunday to chat with everybody else. All right.
And we didn't even get into it, fellas, because there's so much going on. But all my people, man, I love all y'all. Y'all need to stay safe out there, especially people that's nervous because of ice and all this bullshit, man. Fuck all them. Don't let nobody scare y'all away, man. At the end of the day, unless we unite as a people, because we're strong in numbers, then they going to win. So don't let them scare y'all, though. Y'all stay safe out there, no matter what your race and background is, man. Elon Musk not from Harrison Town. Until they send him back, you not going back.
Agreed.
Fight for your right.
So this is Brothers with Opinions, everyone. We'll talk to you next week. Later.
No silence, revolution televised. Ain't no good in private. Not knowledge to the ignorant. Ain't never been bliss. Stand up and be heard. We the new activists. Yeah, brothers with opinion. Let the convo begin. You know communication key, but then you must comprehend. Preach B.W.O. Let your voices be heard. We enlightened by the truth, and now we spreading the word. Let's go. How do we learn to live when we conditioned to die? Most people fail before they start because they don't ever try. Man, they told us we was worthless. We